Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. First, I want to thank you all for this year. This is my last video before the year ends, and it has been a nice year for the channel. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, please do, since it really helps with the algorithm. So today I will talk about Nio stock, since I haven't updated you guys for about 2 months already on this stock. We'll analyze their last quarter revenue growth and their October and November numbers, their expectations, Nio Day that is coming up, why the stock has been dropping, and more. So please smash that like button since it really helps the channel out. Also, I want to say that please be aware of the scammers in the comment section. Even though my channel is really small in comparison to others, they are still commenting, trying to drag people to their scam. I will never put my phone number on the comment section for you to call me or contact me through WhatsApp. I have a Discord group chat for that, which is completely free. You will notice when it is not me, since my name is highlighted like you can see in this screenshot. I do my best to raise all those comments, but boy, they are tricky, so just be careful. Now let's get into the video. So Nio stock has been performing excellent this year. During the last 6 months, the stock is up almost 500%, which is massive. Yes, it is down over 20% last month, and let me explain why. Obviously, a pullback is healthy for a stock, but there are also two other things happening. First, during the past weeks or months, we saw that all Chinese companies listed in the American stock market could be delisted from the US stock market if they do not follow certain new government requirements from the US, which apparently China does not like a lot. This was mainly created to avoid what happened with Luckin Coffee, a Chinese company last year, when they faked millions of dollars in sales. The second reason, in my opinion, I'm sure most of you have already seen what has been happening with Alibaba and the Chinese government, since Alibaba shares fell after reports of an anti-monopoly probe by China. And also, Beijing is seeking to shrink Jack Ma's technology and financial empire and potentially take a larger stake in his business. And also, there is a lawsuit against Alibaba by a major US law firm for misleading investors. Obviously, Alibaba is the biggest, or at least most influential company for China. So if something happens to them, it will drag many Chinese companies and their stocks down. Those are, in my opinion, the two main reasons why Chinese companies just like Nio have been dropping this last month. Now, let's talk about what has happened since my last video. First, they reported their third quarter numbers. If you watched my last video, I gave my expectations for Nio until 2025 to be able to calculate a possible share price. They obviously beat my expectations, since they reported $666 million in revenue, and I was expecting around $595 million. And they reported a net loss of $145 million, which have massively improved since last year. We already knew that they delivered 12,206 vehicles last quarter, which is a huge growth year over year. Something I liked a lot is that they improved their vehicle margin. Last quarter it was 14.5% compared to negative 6.8% last year, which means they are managing way better their margins. Now, for the fourth quarter, I was expecting sales of 18,000 vehicles, even though analysts were expecting a little bit less than me. That would be 120% growth year over year, but let's check their October and November vehicle sales numbers to see if they will be at least near what analysts are expecting. In October, they delivered 5,055 vehicles, which most of them were their ES6 model. Then in November, they delivered 5,291 vehicles, which means that they have delivered a total of 10,346 vehicles. Now, last year, they delivered 71% more vehicles in quarter 4 than quarter 3, meaning that if they are able to maintain that growth quarter over quarter this year, they would easily deliver over 18,000 vehicles for the fourth quarter, which would be really impressive, since they would need to sell in December what they have sold in the past 2 months. I'm not going to say that is impossible, but I mean, those are huge numbers and milestones for Nio to be achieved, and might be very difficult for them. But we have to take into consideration that China's economy has been recovering nicely as well. So we would have to wait about a week or two to know their final delivery numbers in December, and be able to see how they did for the fourth quarter and the whole year 2020. Now, there's something strange that happened this month. As you can see, they diluted the shares. Nio announced completion of an offering of 68 million American depositary shares at a price of $39 per share. Now, I know I have said said a lot before that you should never time the market because it is impossible to know what will happen, and diluting their shares at those prices is excellent since they are a company within the EV industry, and we know that this industry requires a lot of money to be able to continue innovating their products. What it is strange for me though is that they have Nio Day coming up and delivery updates for December as well, and what confuses me is that their stock tends to react pretty positively or pretty nice after a nice delivery update and before their Nio Day. But them diluting their shares 2 weeks before that makes me wonder if they are noticing something investors might not like. Obviously, this is pure speculation and they might just be taking advantage of their current valuation to have more cash in hand, but it just makes me wonder. Talking about Nio Day, it will be on January 9th, and apparently they will have some excellent things for the company. During their past events called Nio Day, they have announced new products and services. This year, people are expecting them to finally announce their first sedan, which would be their 4th model in their portfolio and will directly compete with the Tesla Model 3, so you can have an idea of what to expect. It is expected to start mass manufacturing of it by the end of 2021. I think this is excellent since we all remember how the Model 3 was a game changer for Tesla and it was huge growth driver for them. We might see also a 150 kilowatt per hour battery pack, which would increase the range of their vehicles to over 900 kilometers, which would be almost 560 miles. And that battery is expected to be compatible with all existing Nio models. Analysts are also expecting to see an upgrade in Nio's advanced driver assistance system platform named NT 2.0, which will likely feature LiDAR technology. They might also confirm theory expansion to Europe, which would be great, and they will most likely also announce their 2nd generation battery swap stations, which could do over 400 battery swaps per day. Obviously, the battery swap service, in my opinion, is huge for them since it has been their main goal since the beginning, since it is a different business model that no one have done before and an additional income stream for the company that could help them with their growth in the long term, since it is a subscription business that brings benefits for customers, such as have a fresh battery pack installed within minutes, and they could also save about 10 grand when buying the vehicle, since the battery will not be included just by paying about $150 per month. And we have seen how subscription-based companies have risen a lot, such as Netflix, Amazon, Costco, and more, since it brings benefits for clients that their competition do not offer. Now, as a long-term investor, we have to take into consideration that Nio is a very young company in comparison to others, and we have to expect volatility that might actually present excellent buying opportunities for a good long-term return. We do have to be careful with the threats of delisting Chinese companies from the US stock market if they do not follow the new US accounting rules, but I do see Nio doing some excellent things in the future as they have been able to recover and expand even more as a company. Obviously, they have some competition such as Xpeng, Li Auto, or even Baidu, which is like the Google of China, since Google is banned in mainland China, and they are now exploring to create their own electric vehicle, and they are one of the leading companies in the autonomous driving technology since they are working in the robotaxi industry. I do think that Nio will grow more and more with years as they expand worldwide as Tesla is doing. I think they could be the 2nd Tesla in the world as the market is giant and there is more than enough room for both companies, and even more as within the next 10 years a lot of countries are already prohibiting gas vehicles. In my opinion, the EV industry is overvalued at the moment, but in the long term, it might be an excellent investment since it will be the best technology available. Again, I'm not a financial advisor and you should do your due diligence. Now, what do you guys think about Nio Day that is coming up? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, remember you're able to get 4 free stocks with Webull by opening an account with them and depositing $100. The link for that is the first one in the description below, and that offer will expire tomorrow, December 31st. After that, you will only be able to get 2 free stocks. Thank you everyone for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe since it really helps the channel out. Also remember about the completely free Discord group chat with the link for that is down in the description below. Thank you and see you next time.